day one, line one, it's about fight. It's the foundation of everything we do with the Dallas Football Cowboys. We scratch, we claw, we fight. We fight!
When it comes to football, I know where the focus is. And for the quarterback to do his job, I have to do mine. But playing left tackle hasn't always been my grind. I didn't play my first down until high school, but the mentality for football has always been with me. You see, growing up, each day, early before dawn, before my friends woke up for school, I was already working. Little did I know, the years I spent rising before the sun to help my family would eventually carry over to the family I have now. You see, the world loves to talk about the Cowboys offensive line, but all we want to talk about is being the hardest working group on the team. And for me, hard work is all I know. As the youngest player drafted to the league, being 20 years old, I knew the expectations was high from the beginning. But my will to fight had started long before. The details just changed. Playing through the pain, the noise from the outside, the accolades, the limelight, those are the things I tune out. Because the only goal we have for ourselves is to finish this fight.
This is nothing new for me. Challenge is my ordinary. Battles are my normal. Fight is my standard. I've been down an exciting, challenging road for my entire journey through the NFL. Every turn, every roadblock, and every decision has brought me here. Like I said, I've been here before. When you're given the opportunity to don the star, to wear silver and blue, everyone expects the extraordinary from you. Your presence just means more. It's been 5 years since the Cowboys drafted me in the first round of the 2012 NFL Draft. 5 years since I faced the expectations of being the number 6 pick. But just as my expectations for myself grew, so did my adversity. But then again, when nothing is for certain, everything is possible. My need to fight was born in the face of tribulations. Every time. Knee, shoulder, hamstring, fight. Patellar tendon, rehab, rock bottom, fight. I've been here before. So when life tried to close the door on me in 2016, I stood tall in the shadows. I've learned these last 5 years, there's 2 ways you can look at these situations. A doorway to despair or an opportunity to fight. For me, the choice has always been simple. This season was the start of something special, and I'm not ready for it to end. I've been on the sideline for 8 weeks, but I'm hungrier than ever. Ready to finish this fight.
The greatness of a competitor rests on how much pressure one can take while still performing at a high level. It rests on not only who you are on the mountaintop, but how far you're willing to walk through the valleys. How much weight can one man carry? When you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders every day, you're used to digging deep for strength. But this weight I carry isn't a burden. If you know my story, you see I lost my mother, my best friend, and my biggest cheerleader during the most impressionable years of my life. But in the midst of her own fight, she pressed a message on my heart that I now wear for all to see. These words, fight, finish, and faith, were her final commands she left for my brothers and I. And that legacy I carry extends beyond me into my role with my new family, the Dallas Cowboys. From the moment I got the call, my life changed forever.
Dak.
What's up, Coach?
Had a feeling this might happen. Hey,
me too.
sometimes, people belong together, you know what I mean?
That's right.
With every struggle, whether in my life or on the field, I get back up because it's a step closer to what she wanted me to be. The pain I've endured crawled in my heart and molded me into a competitor that I won't back down from any fight. That's why from the moment my name was called, I was ready. From all the times she sat in the stands, to all the times I said I wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys, to my unforgettable moments at Mississippi State. All along, this moment, right here, was what she dreamt for me. How could I be anything but ready? You say you've never seen a rookie perform like this? I say I couldn't have a stronger foundation. You call it calm, cool, and collected. I call it the only way to be. You see the touchdowns. I see an opportunity to honor my mom. Fight, finish, faith. It may be only my first year in the silver and blue, but I approach and attack this honor in a way that would make my mom proud. And this fight isn't about me. It goes much further beyond me. It's about the unbreakable bonds we've built. It's about the undying faith of my brothers. And it's about having faith in finishing this fight.
The love for football goes deeper than most will ever understand. Even though you pour your whole heart into this game, the blood, sweat, and tears, it still doesn't owe you anything. From all conference to undrafted, from in the huddle to on the street, I've seen it proven true my whole career. But football is all I've ever wanted to do. In 3 short seasons, I've been cut and re-signed by this team 20 times. 20 times. I've made 4th down stops with the defense, and I've watched from the sideline. I've waited at home, eager for a phone call. During a time where it would have been easy to just give up, accept what I was handed, I was never out of the fight. I wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy. I wanted to work. I didn't want to give up. I wanted to finish my fight. 9 months ago, they asked me to give up linebacker, the only position I'd known. They wanted me to move to offense. They said I might be able to help. I said, put me in the room that's going to get me on the field. The rest is history, because I was never out of the fight. I spend every Sunday wearing the star. Through it all, there's been one constant. I finish what I start.
I've never been part of a team like this before. Trust me when I say that's not an exaggeration. Whether it was college or the pros, I've always seemed to miss my chance to be part of greatness, while I was facing my own adversity. I missed Penn State's run to the 2009 Rose Bowl with a torn ACL. The same injury sidelined me on the very first practice of the 2014 season, when my teammates claimed the NFC East title. Tearing an ACL can be devastating. The darkness that accompanies it is an uncommon challenge for anyone who experiences it. But darkness can only hold you down as long as you let it. So even though no one was watching, there were no game days, no huddles, and no grind, I chose to keep the fight alive. Studying, learning, helping, teaching, recovering, rehabbing, working, preparing, and when my time came again, I was ready. Ready to do my job, ready to be part of something bigger. When you embrace that, you go from setback to record setter. The spirit that embodies our entire unit, you might not see the work we put in. Some people even call us a no-name defense. We like flying under the radar, Because even when you don't see us, we're there. It doesn't matter if the world says we have no name. Our identity isn't in our name anyway. The star of the defense is the defense. It doesn't matter when your name doesn't make the list. It doesn't matter how many times we fought in the trenches. It doesn't matter how many times you work alone or stay late. What matters is how you buy in and how you embrace the persistent pursuit to finish this fight.
My ability to fight was tested early in my life. Rooted in New Orleans, the devastation of Hurricane Katrina forced me to flee from everything I knew. The life I built, the team I had. Even though I wasn't able to take everything with me, I brought my love for the game and football with me and headed west to Dallas, Texas. New friends, new faces, new field, same dream. Texas is the mecca of high school football, and big-name universities all across the country came calling. But loyalty was a goal as strong as football. So I turned down offers around the country to attend North Texas to be close to my family. I finished my college career as the all-time leading rusher and all-time leading scorer. My name is now in the North Texas Hall of Fame. Texas had welcomed me with open arms and allowed me to flourish. But in the 2012 NFL Draft, everything changed. I went undrafted and the calls started coming in again. I chose to continue my fight where my feet were planted, and I chose to fight with the Dallas Cowboys. I've been patient my whole life. I've waited in the wings for my opportunities. I'm usually quiet and I like to work in silence. I spent hours, days, months in a silent locker room for rehab. I'm built to fight. I'm loyal to this team, I'm loyal to Texas, and I'm loyal to every opportunity, big or small. I'm built for pressure, patience, and new journeys. But this is the time, I can feel it. This is the time to finish this fight.
You don't always know when your moment will come, when you'll get your chance. You get one chance to make it count, and you've got to be ready. Snap, hold, kick. It's simple, right? 3 steps, 3 points. But I know that simple doesn't translate to easy. Up against no one but myself, I bring the same fight every time, in moments most mundane and most decisive.
The kick's away! Bailey! Yes! I wish I did anything as well as Dan Bailey kicks.
From playing 8-man football to eventually playing for Oklahoma State, I've always known I could contribute in a consistent way. As a Dallas Cowboy, I have an unrelenting pursuit of excellence that I take with me into every practice, every game, and every day. Perfection can be a heavy word, but kicks are either good or they're not. A kick has a chance to change a game or even a season. And my preparation takes place long before my opportunities. It's in the details and the timing.
Bailey drives it, got the length, 56, a new personal best for Dan Bailey.
The drive has always been with me, even when I didn't know the direction of the road. But the road has brought us here. This chance, this one chance, we're all in all 3 phases. One chance to finish this fight.
I've heard it all. I've been called humble, talented, and a competitor. I've played under the lights in Texas my entire football career. From being a Little Elm Lobo to an SMU Mustang, people in Dallas knew who I was. But I always didn't know. I was undersized, under 5'9", and undrafted. But after earning a spot to compete at training camp with the Dallas Cowboys, I went for it. But I reached what I thought was my limit. I packed my bags, thanked Jason Garrett, and returned home. It only took one day of reflection and realizing the magnitude of regret for me to begin my journey of rebuilding trust and confidence with my team. 5 years later, that bond couldn't be any stronger. If there's one thing I've learned in this business, it's that people want to write your story for you. They'll try to define you on paper using numbers and tired statistics. But I don't let opinions become my reality. My fight is against the measurables, and ironically, I overcome it with my intangibles. I used to fear underachieving. If I'm hit, I get back up. If my number is called, I show up. The only thing I fear now is unfinished business. And that's what separates this team. You can analyze our offense, our record, and even our statistics. But you can never measure our heart. Yeah, I'm undersized. Ask them if that matters. I wasn't supposed to be here, but I never left, and I'm here to finish this fight.
Where would you like me to start? Because if we're talking about my fight, I could go a million different ways. Let's start with the beginning. Unsung rookie from an unknown school, fighting for a roster spot to call my own. Before you know it, that roster spot becomes a starting spot. And at just 22 years old, I fought to earn my keep at one of the game's most difficult positions. I started from day one of my rookie season, and I've never looked back. 144 straight games, 144 straight starts. I fought through aches and pains and a broken hand, but I stick to my standards. Everything has to work on game day. There have been career moments, and there are ones I like to forget. But you can't advance without resistance. Through my ups and downs, there's always been one constant. You won't spend a Sunday with the Cowboys without me. I've proven my worth by never leaving that field. You spend 4 years proving that worth, and new opportunities come calling. But when those opportunities show up, so do new challenges. I lost my mother in the summer of 2014. She battled breast cancer not once, but twice over the course of 8 long years. Regardless of the difficulty, she chose to fight. When you bear witness to that level of strength, that determination, it broadens the limits of what you can handle. I've heard overpaid and underrated. And right now, I know this. You'll see me again on Sunday, but I won't see you. I'm too locked in on our ultimate goal, to finish this fight.
Day one of training camp, we showed up in Oxnard. You walked into your room, it was a fight t-shirt. It was a fight sweatshirt lying on your bed. We start on day one, line one. It's about fight. It's the foundation of everything we do with the Dallas football Cowboys. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight to do your job. Fight to uphold the standards. Most importantly, fight for each other. Fight for each other each and every day. Invest in each other each and every day. Do that. Make that investment. Coaches in each other. Coaches in players. Players in coaches. Players in each other. Okay, make that investment. You'll fight for each other on Sunday night. You have to earn it in the NFL. You have to earn it with your preparation. You have to earn it for 3 hours on Sunday afternoon. It's an amazing experience that we have. Okay, guys pulling for each other, guys doing their job, guys fighting for each other. We earned it as a team. We've done this before. We've been here before. We scratch, we claw, we fight. We fight. We fight.
If you want something, you have got to be relentless. Most of us go through life with our brakes on, holding back. Most of us go to our graves still holding on because of past experiences, past defeats, past pain. We look back, well, it didn't work out then. It probably won't work out now. The hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. When you're hungry, you don't care about the facts. You don't care about the odds. If there's something that you want and you're hungry for it, you've got to do whatever is necessary until. And when you give the best you can and that's not enough, you must do what is required. I'm going to harness my will. And you've got to be so relentless that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow. There's greatness in you. And you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. Don't give up on yourself. Don't throw the towel in so quickly. Many people give up on the 1-yard line. You've got to sell yourself every day on your abilities, on what you're doing, on the goal that you want to reach. You've got to sell yourself every day, every day, every day. This is my day. And nothing out here is going to stop me.